Welcome back to another video. So guys, one of the reasons many people love Tito Mboweni is the fact that he was so genuine and true to himself. He pointed out hypocrisy disregardless of things were in favor of him or someone else. So he always stood for what was right and was a very principled man. For continuing, make sure you subscribe and notification bell. So guys, we're gonna talk about how Tito Mboweni pointed out Ramaphosa's hypocrisy, Jacob Zuma's hypocrisy, and Floyd Shivambu's hypocrisy, and how he always defended Julius Malema, regardless of their arguments that they used to have about politics. Malema respected this guy, Tito Mboweni, a lot, and used to ask Tito Mboweni for advices sometimes if he needed him. So Tito Mboweni respect Malema and used to guide Malema regardless of how the ANC, Ramaphosa, the ANC and EC, how they felt about Malema. But Tito Mboweni always supported Malema, even through his lowest moment when Floyd Shivambu left him to join Mkhonto. The ANC was also mocking Malema. Everyone was mocking Malema. But Tito Mboweni wrote tweets about Malema saying Malema is someone who is very significant, regardless of how people feel about him. His presence and his aura, is very significant in politics. So yeah, man, I remember Floyd Shivambu and Tito Mboweni used to have some arguments in parliament, and Tito Mboweni will always show Floyd Shivambu and put him in his place. You guys forget that Tito Mboweni is very informed man, well informed and educated man, unlike all these ANC clueless leaders like Fikile Mbalula. So this guy was very well informed. He was well spoken, articulate. He was so principled. He hated hypocrites. He really hated hypocrites, and standard what was right. I've seen multiple tweets on Twitter tweeting about Julius Malema. He even went on Floyd before, and brought up the VPS scandal. It showed that very indeed, Floyd Shivambu was in the VPS. He was implicated because Tito Mboweni threatened to drop his files. Now let's talk about Jacob Zuma. Why Tito Mboweni also didn't like, why he disliked Jacob Zuma. I've seen that Jacob Zuma has been trending why he didn't attend Tito Mboweni's funeral. People were saying it's not safe for Jacob Zuma to attend funeral alongside people who hates Jacob Zuma, the ANC, Malema, and everyone. But guys, at the end of the day, Jacob Zuma is the former president of South Africa, and he should be present. He should be present in this kind of situation. Someone like Tito Mboweni is a very noble guy, respectable guy. So Jacob Zuma should have been there. We are talking about the first black governor of the Reserve Bank, but Jacob Zuma didn't show up because of his beef with the ANC. So Tito Mboweni once called out, and he's one of the people who used to say that nine wasted years of Jacob Zuma. He called out Jacob Zuma and said that he wasted 9 years and did nothing. He chased away investors, and of which he was right, guys. Jacob Zuma did really chase away the investors. His dodgy business with the Guptas. So guys, Zuma and Tito Mboweni didn't really get along. Tito Mboweni didn't like Jacob Zuma. I do not want to lie. Now talking about Ramaphosa, Tito Mboweni also didn't pretend on Ramaphosa's face like Banyaza Lisufi. He went on publicly and said there's no such thing as government of national unity. Not so long ago, guys, he said there's nothing like a government of national unity. This is actually a coalition, so he was basically trying to say that Ramaphosa sold out. That's what he was saying, because no one, guys, actually, let's be just honest, this ANC former leaders didn't like what Ramaphosa did, calling this national unity and doing formations with the DA. He should have just, swallowed his pride, and went for the EFF and Mkhonto. So Tito Mboweni didn't like that. He went publicly and told people and informed them what's actually going on about so-called government of national unity. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and notification bell.